Thank you. It's an honor for me to be here this morning at Five Towns College. I just want to briefly thank the staff and everybody for bestowing me this honor. Let me step up here. Should I put the hat back on? Let's see, I'm going to put this here. I'm glad you said it was informal. Okay. I just wanted to briefly say this is very special for me because when I was young, yes, I did want to play like Vince Guaraldi, and I was very anxious to make a career as a jazz pianist. So I went to El Camino College for one semester. I took theory and piano, and then I dropped out. That was the end of my academia. That was it. So I started learning the hard way, which means I hit the streets and started playing jazz clubs, and then eventually started working in the recording studios in LA as a sideman. And then actually one of my early gigs was with Lainey Kazan, and I never forget the first time I ever went to New York City. And she said, "Be prepared," because I'm from California, you know, I'm kind of a wuss. So I didn't know if New York, but I fell in love with it. I love the East Coast, and so it's really special to be getting this award here on the East Coast this morning. My wife suggested I get into conducting, so I had an opportunity to take over the Asia America Symphony and started a career in conducting classical music, someone that never went to music school. You can imagine those first rehearsals with the orchestra. I was just terrified. And half of the members had doctor's degrees and master's degrees in music, and I was just up there, just this kid from Hermosa Beach that played surf music and, you know, rock and roll and jazz, and especially conducting Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. That was a career highlight. And I remember I've got to tell you, this particular rehearsal, I had gotten through the entire symphony, and at the very end, there's this incredibly difficult bar to conduct, and you have to subdivide it because it's all 16 30-second notes, and it's going in 6/8. Suddenly the brakes, Beethoven puts on the brakes, and then you have to subdivide every beat. And you've got the singers, and you've got a full orchestra. And so at the rehearsal, I totally messed it up. And the violinist is like showing me how to conduct it. Well, you just have to conduct it in 6. You really can't do. And the bassoon player was like, "What are you doing?" And so I was up all night. I studied that one bar until I finally got it right. We were at Disney Hall in Los Angeles. I walked up to the orchestra. Okay, here it is, and they applauded me, and because I had finally gotten it right. And so. Anyway, it's been quite a long journey to be up here today. I just had my 65th birthday last month. So, what a thrill and an honor to finally get this award after so many years of being the guy that dropped out of music school. Here I am at Five Towns College, and I have been asked to play the piano, which I would love to do. I was originally just going to play Kay's song. It's a piece I wrote for my wife, Kay. I love playing it wherever I go because it's my own composition. But I did have a request to play Linus and Lucy, so if you don't mind, I'll do both songs.